Hey and welcome, this is the final video of this series for the Monger Marvel Legends Iron Man Build-A-Figure series. And here's the blueprint. This is what we're going to be putting together. Should be simple, but here we go. He's laying in a pile, a scrap heap. All the figures have been unboxed. I have a couple pop vinyls just to add to the set here. So let's get them together. Should be pretty simple. It is just 6 parts. Here are the legs. Here is the body, of course, the head, and the arms. So we will just start with the legs. Now, I don't know how this works. This is my first build for one of these, but I'm assuming there should be some sort of satisfying pop once you get this in. So let's try. There we go. There is a nice satisfying pop. Pretty simple. You gotta give it a little bit of a push. Don't like the sound of cracking when I'm doing this, but gotta finagle it a little bit. And I thought this was going to be simple. There we go. Okay. He's the armless man right now, but he's looking pretty cool so far. Check that out. Okay. We'll save the head for last. Why not? Make it thematic, theatrical, whatever you want to call it. Pop his, what would be his left arm, right arm to us, in this hole if we can get that. These move a little bit, so that should just go in there with a little force. Okay, looks like that's in. It didn't have the satisfying pop, but it's in there and rotates. If it falls off, you can blame me. And the his right arm left to us, that had a little bit of a pop. Very cool, very big, very awesome. And his head, ball joint. Let's see how that goes. Are we in? We're in. There was no pop whatsoever, but we're in. There's the Ironmonger. Very cool, very big. As I knock down James Rhodes, just straighten him out a little bit. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so comparison. We can just grab one of these. So yoink off the Quake hold, and look at that. I mean, it comes right off, but it holds well. So let's compare these. Here is the Mark 42. Straighten them up so you can get a size comparison. And there is the Ironmonger. I mean, that's a good, what would you say, 1.5 inches, close to, 1.5 inches, 2 inches taller. I don't have a ruler on me. I'm not going to grab one either. Just going to have to take my word for it. But, I mean, side by side, pretty awesome. I mean, that is pretty awesome. Really cool figure. So let's go through real quick and see what he can do. So, head, since it's on that ball, he will have a good range of movement. And there goes the arm. You can blame me for that. It didn't get in there quite well. So, yeah. So, there's the head. Good movement. A little bit side to side. Front and back's good. For the shoulders, once again, you saw how that went in. These aren't going to have as much articulation as the smaller figures, just because they're a Build-A-Figure. So there's going to be stuff that's not quite connected the way it would be otherwise. But, you know, they're just going to go front and back. There is a bit of a joint. Wow, that moves nice. Okay, well, I take back what I said. That actually goes out side to side real well. And that is just like a monstrous look, like, you know, he's just gonna bash you. And he's got these really big fists there. I mean, that'll do some damage. Do those move? I don't know, we'll find out. So anyway, these rotate on the ball like that, of course. You're gonna run into some issues here with his wiring, the tubing there. But, you know, you can get it all the way around. It's just a matter of avoiding that tubing. Same goes for here. There's a ball joint right here before the fists, so it looks like, look at that. So it looks like you should get some really good movement, though you do have the tubing. That's going to be an issue, but not a tremendously bad issue since these are a softer plastic. So that's good. There is the hinge. So I mean, look at that. This actually has some really good articulation. I take back my initial thought that it wasn't going to. The wrist swivels nicely, and you know, here's that joint as well. Once again, the wrist swivel, very good. Doesn't go back and forth, but you know, he's got the fists, so what do you need it going back and forth for? He's gonna punch people in the face. He's gonna punch you in the face. The torso, that has a huge gap here. See if we can get that. But it's not very noticeable because it's a dark figure. So again, that's not the end of the world. The back looks pretty good. Let's check it out from the side. We've got a pretty good range of motion there. Does he have a hip swivel? No, but he's a big figure. I can let that pass. How about the, wow, for a big figure, look at that. That's some pretty good split action there for a big figure. Quite impressed. And it has the upper thigh rotation. Very impressed with that. For a big figure, of course. That's awesome. The knees. They got the double joints on this, so if you want to pose him up somehow with the double joints, you've got that in the knees. So that looks good. And once again, since he's, you know, one color, it's nothing's really noticeable when you bend that. I don't know if the camera can pick this up. Looks like it can. The blue is like, it's not like a solid blue. It's got just little bits of various blues in here, which give it a really nice look. I mean, that's really cool looking. You know, just different. You really see it on the helmet here. There's like some blacks almost, some lighter blues, you know, base blues. Really nice. Anyway, to the ankles. Looks like we have the ball in here. So he's having a ball. And he has the pivot point. So that's good. A lot of movement. So you're going to be able to pose him really well. I like that. All in all, I like this series. I'm a big fan of Iron Man. Obviously, I wouldn't have bought this if I wasn't a fan of Iron Man. So even just the Iron Man figures alone, that's a win. The Ironmonger is cooler than I thought it was going to be. I started with this series. I wanted to save the best for last. You will find out what the best for last is. But I wanted to start with something that I didn't think would be as cool. But the Ironmonger is actually pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed with that. So all in all, this is a win. You get the 6 figures, and your 7th figure is a pretty badass big figure in the Ironmonger. So let's set this up to end this video. We're gonna have the Ironmonger punching Iron Man in the face. Let's jerk his head back a little bit, just like that. He's taking a punch. Boom. Look at that. And so yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope you watched this series. If you did, thanks a lot for watching the series. Please feel free to comment on this or any of the other videos. I'd love to hear from you. I will respond to all the comments. Give this and the other videos a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you like this type of stuff. Obviously, if you don't like this type of stuff, why are you here? But yeah, I have a bunch more stuff to do. This is just getting things started. But yeah, I hope you like this video. Please come back, and I will catch you next time.